This weekend, I'll be going back out to golf again and we'll be staying the night out there. Get me 2 days worth of clothing ready. I'll have a look at what all you prepare for me later, but I want those clothes put together for me now.
What? You're going out again to golf this weekend? Well, recently you've been going out to golf quite often, right? Going out almost every weekend to not just golf, but go out for drinks and stay the night has to be burning a hole in your pocket, right?
Huh? I have the right to do whatever I want with my money without asking permission from you. It's not something you have the right to complain about, though, so shut it.
I'm well aware of that, but I do happen to be your wife, right? And as your wife, I have the right to be worried about you and your spending at times.
Shut up already. You are not my mother or anything. So cut it out with all that constant worrying about what I do with my time and money. How old do you think I am again?
I understand you don't want me commenting on everything you do, but these days we should be thinking about things like having kids. I know it doesn't seem like it now, but very soon I'm going to be in my 40s and it'll be even more scary for me to have kids. I think right now we have to start worrying about whether we want to have kids or not.
Listen here. Do you really think I want to be at home with you talking like that all the time? Seriously, shut your dang mouth and be quiet. I honestly don't know if I have it in me anymore to bother with a pretty much 40-year-old grandma like you. Huh. Wait, are you trying to get me to come home and make love to you? Ha!
Stop saying it like that, Austin. It's just that I wanted to be pregnant and have kids when I was a little bit younger. But no matter how many times I waited for you, you never do anything with me. And anytime you did, I didn't become pregnant.
Well, that's because there's some kind of problem with you. So don't start to harp on me for that. You're too old for me to impregnate you, I think. Huh.
But I already had a lot of testing done on me, and the doctor said they found nothing wrong with my uterus or eggs. In other words, that means there has to be a problem with you, which needs to be resolved. So would you please schedule an appointment with the doctor and have them test you to see if there is something wrong?
Huh? There's no way a man like myself has anything wrong with them. I've never had any issues with my body, and they're not going to start appearing now. If someone as healthy as myself just all of a sudden had an issue, then I'd be screwed. I'd never be able to find any woman who'd want to be with me either.
But Austin, there's no other reason for why we haven't had any luck.
I guess this just means that you and I are not meant to be. And now that we're on this subject, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I kind of hate having you around in my life.
What?
I just can't stand being with an old woman who can't even get pregnant anymore like you. I mean, if I don't find someone else soon, then I'm going to have no chances of passing my genetics on, right? I just can't deal with you any longer.
In other words, you mean...
I'm saying I want to get a divorce. I've been telling you for a very long time now that I want one or two little brats running around my house, right? But so far, while I've been with you, that dream has not come true. I want to get away from you as soon as possible now.
No way, Austin. How can you say something like that so easily?
Anyway, I'll be bringing some divorce papers home with me tonight. That'll be after I have a couple of drinks, so I won't be home until later tonight. Please think about what you're going to do without me.
What? You're going out for drinks again? You told me earlier that today you'd be needing dinner made.
Is that so? Well, I was asked to go out for drinks last minute, so it sucks to be you now.
I guess it does. It does suck to be me. All right then, come home safe later tonight, Austin.
Long time no see, am I right? Have you been doing all right on your own? You're in your 40s now, correct? Have you been having a good time as a single hag after I threw you out?
Austin, what now? Why are you texting me again now, of all times? Is there something you need from me?
Actually, I was thinking about inviting a woman like you to my wedding soon. Ah, about that. I found myself a really good woman to get married to. That's why I was thinking I'd want my ex to be there to celebrate my happiness with my new wife.
Huh? Why do you think that someone like me would want to go to your wedding to celebrate you getting married to someone else?
Now, don't think about it too hard. You have to remember that I never divorced you because I came to hate you or anything like that. You and I both had our reasons for why a divorce had to happen, right? But now that I've been thinking about you, we haven't really seen one another for the past 3 years. And that got me thinking about how, if it wasn't for you leaving me, I would never had a chance with this woman. That's why I really want you to come out and see my wedding.
Whatever you say.
I already sent you an invitation and everything. I made sure to send it to your parents' house, so go and get it for me. Now, that's all I really had to say today.
Don't just start assuming that I'm going to be coming to your wedding or anything. Hey, Austin.
I can't believe you actually came out to see my wedding. I was just inviting you as a way of getting a few laughs, but you actually decided to show up? An infertile broad who ended up getting thrown out by a good-looking guy like me actually came here today?
Excuse me? What kind of reaction is that? Is that really how you've thought of me all this time? I had a little bit of faith in you, thinking that you'd actually changed some, and that's why I was sort of looking forward to today. But of course, the only thing that's changed about you is your age, yet inside you're still some undisciplined child.
What the heck? Gonna cry like a sore loser now or something? I'm sure that it hurts for you to see that I'm getting married to a cute little woman now. Now, when it comes to you, what happened? Are you not completely embarrassed to be coming into this wedding with that fat old gut of yours?
What did you just say to me? This is what happens during the later half of a woman's pregnancy.
What? The later half? Are you actually pregnant right now? Wait.
That's what I'm saying, Austin. Did you actually think a gut like this was from something besides me carrying a baby?
What? But you're supposed to be infertile, right? How could someone who's supposed to be infertile be carrying a baby now?
Like I told you 3 years ago, there were never any problems with me. You remember that, right? The doctor literally told me that there was nothing wrong and that you were the one that needed to get tested next. I even brought home the papers proving that there was nothing wrong with me to you. The one who seems to have the problem is you, Austin.
No freaking way. Are you really not pulling my leg right now? Wait, does this mean you had a boyfriend that whole time?
I've had one ever since you and I divorced. And now he is my very wonderful husband. Ever since I left you, he and I have been a thing, and every time we talk about you, he tells me I made the right choice getting away from you. He happens to stay home with me from time to time, instead of always going out to golf and stay at hotels. And when he doesn't need dinner, he tells me he doesn't need it. And when he does, guess what? He tells me he needs it, almost as though he's an adult instead of some demanding child. He also happens to do a lot of the chores himself instead of asking me to do them for him. I'm also working now, so we've made sure to split up responsibilities back at home. Compared to how things were when I was married to you, he's like an angel sent down to me from heaven.
Hold it right there. There's way too much going on here now. So, you got married to another man and have not been infertile this whole time? You married the man you dated right after I kicked you out? And that means that this time you really are in your later half of being pregnant? In other words, you really are not infertile.
Jesus Christ, that's what I've been telling you all along. The only one that seems to have a problem with their fertility is you, Austin.
There's no way! That means that my chances of having a little brat?
Well, let's just say it'll be very difficult for you to have one. Had you gone to the hospital back when I told you to in order to start working on fixing things, you might have had a better chance. But you're getting up there in age now as well, which means things like your testosterone and sperm count have dwindled away. I think it's honestly too late for you to go out and get any sort of treatment now for that.
No way! There's no way that something like this could be happening!
I know that today is the day of your second wedding, but I had to break the news to you again somehow. Well, that's just the way things are now. Or have been for a long time now. At the very least, you can just forget about what I said today and enjoy your wedding in denial, right?
Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do about this? There's no way I'm gonna be able to recover from this.
I'm sorry that I had to tell you some of the most awful news here and now. I can see that the truth is really taking your attention away from your bride, too. But this doesn't make you any less of a man than you were before, right? So get out there and give that woman the wedding she's probably been dreaming of. So, your new wife, she's pregnant? Oh. When she gave that announcement in front of all her guests, everyone gasped. The only person that seemed to be in any immense shock was you, Austin. So, does that make you feel any better now?
What do you think? What do you think all of that means for me? Do you think I should really be happy right now? Or afraid of what the truth is?
Well, I think you should be extremely happy with that news. You've always been saying how much you've wanted a little brat running around your house, right? Well, now your wife is pregnant and you'll have a child running around your house all day and night. Your dream will finally be coming true for you, right?
Are you serious right now? Do you think that the baby she's carrying right now is really going to be mine?
I'm not sure about that, but it's most likely not yours, Austin. How about you head to the hospital right now and have one of the doctors there tell you if that's the case or not?
But if I'm really infertile like you said I am, then that means... How could my wife have gotten pregnant then? How?
Right. That's going to become a real mystery for you then, right? No matter what the answer might be, at least you're married to her now and will have a child of your own. I understand what kind of worries you have about this, but had you just gone to the hospital when I told you to, this would be less traumatizing, I'm sure. At the moment, everything is like a mystery to you, though, right? You have no clue if you're completely infertile or if it just took you this long to finally get someone pregnant. I can't believe that just happened, though. Really, the only person that knows would be your wife herself, right?
How dare you have fun talking about this when I'm in pure agony?
What? Do I look like I'm having fun talking about this right now? Well, I suppose I have always been pretty forward when expressing my feelings to others. If that's how I really seem to you, then I must be having fun. Sorry about that, Austin.
I knew it! I'm over here literally questioning my life right now with serious regret. And you're...
To be quite frank about all of this, you've got what you deserved. I mean, look, isn't this the fruit you asked to bear? When I was married to you, I asked you so many times to go to the doctor and have yourself checked out, yet you never once listened to me. You always told me that there was no way a big and healthy man like you could be infertile, and that it just had to be me, even though I was tested negative 7 times. And then, after kicking me out of your house for no good reason at all, you went out and found yourself a new woman who has just told you she's pregnant, which can't be possible if she was only having sex with you, right?
Don't even say things like that.
I want you to accept your reality now and suffer through it like I had to. What? Are you serious? You're telling me that his wife most likely got pregnant from another man and told everyone she was pregnant right after they got married? In other words, Austin had no clue she'd been cheating on him and was letting another man raw dog her? I cannot believe that she went and told everyone she was pregnant with such confidence at her own wedding. You made it sound like both the bride and groom are complete idiots now. That's all insane, right? I had no clue when I was going to be able to stop laughing after she announced that news to everyone. I was literally going to pee myself at least 5 times there because of the amount of laughter I had to hold in. I'm sure. If I were there, I probably would have burst out laughing and made a complete fool of myself. That man really caused you all kinds of heartache when you were married to him, so I'm glad to hear that he's finally getting what's been coming for him. Oh, how the cookie crumbles, am I right? Honestly, I hope there's much more drama to come from that total jerk. Same here, same here. I honestly hope for the same thing as well. For a long time while married to him, he really stressed me the hell out and would always talk about me like I was the problem in our marriage. I suppose it's time he gets a taste of his own medicine and has to figure a way out of the hell he's gotten himself into. That's what I think. Same here. By the way, I hear that the lady he got married to might know you. So, you recognize her name at all? What? I don't know her. At least I don't remember her if I ever did know her before. Well, something just seems a little off about her is all. Like, things don't add up completely, and that Austin may have perhaps been around her a lot longer than you might think. Perhaps while you both were still married? Wait, what do you mean? Don't worry about it for now. I can take a look into all of that on my own for you. I wouldn't want you having to deal with that drama anymore since you already had a fun time at the wedding. What? Are you sure? I owe you one after all. Back when I was having trouble with my super toxic ex, you came in to make sure that I was all right and that I got the divorce I wanted. Because of you, I was able to get away from him, and that's why I want to help you out now. What happened back then doesn't even matter to me now. I'm happy to hear that you want to repay the favor, but come on now, Casey. But if I help you now, then we'll be even again, right? Well, I'm going to look into things whether you want me to or not, so don't bother trying to stop me. If I figure out anything juicy about those two, I'll let you know. Honestly, I'm not really sure what all you're going on about right now. I guess I'll let you have your fun now, and if I find out anything else about them, I'll give you a text. Austin, how are you hanging in there? Have you figured out whose baby it is that your wife is carrying around yet?
What do you want? Aw, it's you, Bessie. What is it? Are you back to get a few more laughs in before you go?
Wow. If you're acting like that right now, then I suppose something bad has happened. So what is it? Did you really end up finding out that her baby is from another guy? Come on, Austin, don't keep me waiting any longer.
Shut your damn mouth already. You're right. What you told me about her and that baby was right. She made that baby with another man, and I'm now in complete shock now because of it. This is literally the worst pain I've felt in a very long time. Why do I, of all people, have to be going through something as crazy as this? Tell me, what the hell did I do to deserve all of this?
Well, perhaps this is karma coming back to haunt you now after all the hell you put me through before. I mean, all you could do back when we were trying for a kid was say that you had nothing wrong with yourself and that I was the whole problem. And then, while I was always at home doing everything around the house for us, you were out playing around and having fun. I don't think what's happening to you right now is that crazy at all.
What the hell? Why do you have to say all that of this about me now? I was a very good husband, wasn't I?
Absolutely frickin' not. You always struck your wife down for trying her best to think about why she wasn't able to get pregnant. And on days you had to work, you'd stay out really late getting completely smashed on hard liquor, only to come home looking like you'd just been in a bar fight and crash into the bed after calling me horrible things. Then, whenever it would be the weekend, you'd spend your time golfing and staying at hotels, never choosing to do anything with your wife. You'd always choose what times you wanted to be home by and would never tell me if you wanted me to make you dinner or not. And this was all going on while I had a job of my own.
That was all... I'm sure things like that may have happened back then.
Oh, that's right. Recently, I've started finally understanding something about then.
What the hell is it? What else do you have to say to me? Just tell me what the hell you want with me and then go. Do you have any more fun to pick at me?
You think I do? Well, if that's how you think I'm going to go about things here, then allow me. I'd like you to pay up, bud.
What? What do you mean by that?
That woman you're married to right now, you've been dating her for a very long time now, right? Well, I found out the exact time you guys started to date one another, and that was back when you and I were still married. I know about everything now, Austin.
Huh? What are you talking about right now? I was never dating her back when you were my wife. Stop trying to make me into someone I'm obviously not.
I'm not trying to make you into that someone because you already are them. Seems that your wife has a thing or two wrong with her head that has really worked in my favor. After looking into her a little bit, it wasn't hard at all for me to find out the truth. Honestly, I'm not even sure she was attempting to hide what she was doing from anyone else. Perhaps she didn't think that she was doing anything wrong at the time?
Huh? Tell me, what the hell is this about?
Your wife has been posting a lot of things on her Instagram about the both of you ever since you guys started dating. And I mean a lot. And after having a look at some of the oldest things she posted of the two of you together, I realized it was during the time we were married. And that right there sealed the deal for me that you had been cheating on me with her.
Huh? Are you seriously? Are you serious right now?
Yes, of course I am. She did a very good job uploading all sorts of pictures of you both back when you first started dating. And one of her comments states, "I just stole someone's husband." And what are all these nice resorts the both of you were staying at during the weekends you said you were out golfing? After looking through all the dates that those were posted on, I knew just what you'd been up to. You were never out playing golf with any of your colleagues from work. In other words, you had been lying to me that whole time about what you were up to, right?
You looked into all those details?
Yes, as it was very easy thanks to what your wife was posting about back then. And this was all done with the help of my friend, who just so happens to be a pro investigator. And she made sure to help me find all of the best evidence that she could so that I could have a wonderful case brought against you in court. I think that pretty soon here I'd love to get in touch with a lawyer and talk about everything I have in store for you.
Hold your horses, Bessie! Can't you tell that you'd be taking things way too far by doing all of this to me? All of that crap from the past now? So just leave it be and leave me the hell alone. I'm already having the worst time of my life, so you coming in to finish me off with a settlement would literally end me.
And so what?
Huh?
I had to spend years upon years of my life living in a house where my husband would tell me I'm infertile, while I was just trying to have the kids you wanted, only to have you start leaving me at home all alone every week, making me feel even more lonely and unloved. And any time I tried to say anything to you, you'd call me an old hag and tell me to get out of your way because that was the life you chose to live and that I had no say in it. At first I was thinking you went out to play golf all the time in order to catch a break and breathe for a bit, but instead you were out with another woman. I had my time with you taken away by a much younger and prettier girl than me, who you loved the most. I had no idea that was what was happening behind my back, though, and instead had to just sit at home alone, worried to death about our marriage. If you can't give me money in return for what you did to me, then can you please give me all that time of mine you wasted?
I'm sorry, all right? But I had no other choice at the time, all right? When it comes to men, having someone young and good-looking coming up to you is like our kryptonite. I had no other choice but to start going out with her.
If you think that's a problem that all men face and that you're forgiven because of that, then there are plenty of meaningless laws within this country now, aren't there? Or perhaps that means all men are less than human because they can't seem to control their impulses? Well, if that's the case, then how about us women put you all in zoos so that you can no longer go out and cheat on us anymore?
You... Since when have you had the ability to say all these aggressive things to me? The Bessie I knew and loved was always so quiet and kind to me. Does this mean that the man you're with now is teaching you to act out like that?
No, you frickin' bastard! I am a mother now. Which means that in order to protect my children, I have had to grow stronger and more defensive. Man, was it the right choice leaving such a pile of crap like you when I was given the chance. Had I stayed married to you and by some miracle ended up getting pregnant and having a child, it would have been hell for me to have to both raise them and deal with your constant BS all the time.
Hey, hold on there, Bessie. I get it now. So could you please calm down? I'm the one in complete shock right now and could very well have a heart attack at any moment. When you start saying things as hurtful as that about me, do you think I'm going to have a way to answer back?
I don't give a damn about what condition you're in now. If you understand how serious I am about all of this now, then pay the damn settlement. You're the one who can't even get a woman pregnant, right? Then at the very least help a family that can have children by paying them some good old moolah. Right now is the time to pay for what you've done in the past.
I'm sorry, okay? I am apologizing for all of it, okay?
And everything you did was things that no simple apology can take care of, idiot. You really had a great time taking advantage of me while also tearing me down. It's my turn to tear you down now, so take it on the chin like I did back then, unless you're saying that you're a wimp. I hope that this will make you lose everything and force your sorry ass to have to start back over from zero again. Just when I was assuming that Austin would completely lose it and start going off on me for what I had been saying, he went quiet. And the one thing he said to me was that he'd pay that settlement I had asked for. I'm sure that he was very much weakened after learning that the child his wife had was not his at all and another man's. But I still very much wanted that settlement for what he'd done to me, and there was no stopping that from happening. He later would come to me on his hands and knees begging for forgiveness, but I do not care what happens to him after that money arrives. After Austin went and paid off the settlement and left his wife, who had cheated on him, he ran off and has been living off the grid now. I'm sure that he's mentally unstable right now after everything that happened to him, but like I've been saying, all of it was well-deserved after what he'd done to me. So I don't think there is a single person who feels bad for the sucker. As for myself, I just gave birth to a cute little boy that my husband blessed me with, and having to watch over him all the time has completely taken my mind off Austin. I'm now finally enjoying that happiness that all the other mothers had always been telling me about, and I can't wait to see what the future offers with my wonderful little family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.